Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Bert the Stormtrooper and this is the home of That's Just Prime, the comprehensive Optimus Prime review series. I also review other Transformers, lots of G1 stuff, as well as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, GoBots, and pretty much any other toy that may jump out at me. I also do the occasional arcade and pinball machine videos, unboxings, blogs, challenges, and miscellaneous videos where my daughter usually makes fun of me. Those are a lot of fun. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking me out. Please be sure to click that subscribe button and don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share if you like what you see. Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers War for Cybertron KINGDOM Leader Class Megatron, and I am so excited for this figure. I love Beast Wars. I love Beast Wars Dino Megatron. I'm really excited for this one. Released in January of 2021, he is brand new and starting to hit stores right now as of the time of this recording. He is a leader class figure, so he retails for approximately $50. So here we have that KINGDOM box, very similar to all of the other War for Cybertron trilogy boxes that we've been getting. It is a window box with the angle on the side here. The window is a little smaller, but we can see Megatron peeking out right there already in his robot mode. And then we got some really cool artwork of Megatron here in Dino mode and going into robot mode here on the side. On the other side, we've got that artwork for KINGDOM showing us the disc and then all of the other characters. And then along the back, we've got some product shots of Megatron, both in his robot and in his Dino mode. So that's pretty much it for the box. Let's go get him opened up and check him out. And here is Transformers War for Cybertron KINGDOM Megatron, and I love this toy. Out of the box, he comes with everything you see included. The figure, which is already transformed into his T-Rex mode. You get his instruction sheet, which again, I really like these KINGDOM instructions. They're so clear. I never thought I would like that green, but they are actually very clear and easy to follow. And this was a figure that you're definitely going to want to take a look at this at least one time before you start messing with him, because his transformation is quite involved. Very, very cool transformation. And then again, of course, we have that card, which here it is. I got another Blackarachnia. This is my third Blackarachnia card that I've gotten now. This has been said many times over, not just by me, but by several other reviewers now. We really wish that the figures would come with a card that corresponds to the actual character and not just something random in there that's going to make it impossible to get a nice, good set. But there you go. And here is Megatron again in his T-Rex mode, and he looks absolutely fantastic. And this guy is huge. From head to tail, he is approximately 12 inches long. And depending on how you stand him, the way I've got him right now, going up to the back here, he's about 5.5 inches tall. But if you want to stand him up in a little more, now incorrect, but classic dinosaur mode where he would be standing like that, he would be, quite a bit taller. So yeah, he is big and heavy and thick, and he feels really good in your hands. Okay, moving on. So as far as the figure goes, again, let's just go all the way around. He is going to have panels on. He's going to be panelly, and there's just really not a whole lot that you can do about that when you have a figure of this nature, right? You've got a lot of solid plastic, and then it's kind of covered in this softer rubbery plastic to make a good beast mode. And because of the way he transforms and the nature of the plastic being soft and rubbery, it's not going to sit as tight as it would with a hard plastic one. So that's understandable. So there are going to be a lot of breaks in panels and that kind of stuff. But the detail on this guy is absolutely amazing. Just coming in closer, you can see, look at that face. That is just absolutely gorgeous. I love the sculpt of this dinosaur and the detail on him. He looks fantastic. Just kind of going all the way around. You've got the purple T-Rex with the green highlights along the back there. He looks really, really nice, and he's well articulated. The head can move up and down at this joint on the back of the neck here, and also this joint at, I guess, the back of the skull or the jaw right there. He can turn side to side a little bit, and then his mouth can open and close, and you can open it real super wide to reveal a port inside, and that will work with some of these blast effects. So if you want Megatron to be, shooting fire out of his mouth in T-Rex mode, you can certainly do that, and you can still angle, the mouth, how much of the mouth you want open. When he's doing something like this, he's kind of giving me a Godzilla vibe, so I kind of like him with the jaw as open as it'll go to kind of give him that Shin Godzilla look. But that's just me. But again, you know, depending on your preference, you can open or close it as much as you want. Really, really cool little feature there. The little T-Rex arms are on ball joints at the shoulder. So, you know, you can move them in and out a little bit and just kind of move them all the way around as much as you want. So the legs can be moved up here at the top of the hinge. They can also move at the knee. You can rotate them at the knee. The ankles can move forward and backward, and they also have an ankle tilt. So you can do that. It looks like an action pose, like T-Rex action pose, like some crazy cartoon you'd see in the 90s when everybody was trying to rip off Ninja Turtles. And then finally, the tail can move side to side at the base, and it can also move side to side at the mid part here. So again, you know, you can kind of just use all of these joints to pose them and just find some really cool poses for him, which he is. He's very poseable, very, very cool looking. Other than the color, which, I mean, do we really even know what colors T-Rex actually wears? They were probably covered in feathers anyway, right? So, yeah, that looks really... He looks like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, which is, you know, one of my favorite T-Rex models ever. He looks like that, just in purple. So I absolutely love this. For a couple of comparisons, here he is next to CHEETOR. So you can see the size difference between a deluxe class and a leader class. And yeah, that looks really good. that looks appropriate. That looks fantastic. Here he is next to RATTRAP. So you can see what these guys look like together. And then here he is next to the Ninja Turtles van. Because reasons. Because I had to be here on my desk. So there's that. And then finally, here he is next to Blackarachnia. So you can see what these guys look like together. And again, and I've said this before in my previous Kingdom reviews, I'll say it again because it's worth saying. I absolutely adore everything that they're doing with this new Kingdom line. And I love the treatment that they're giving these Beast Wars figures. They are absolutely amazing. Megatron's transformation I find to be really cool. It is familiar, similar enough to the original figure to be familiar, but at the same time it's new enough to keep it fresh and new feeling, if that makes any sense. You'll see what I mean in a moment. So we're going to start right here at his thigh panels, and we're going to flip these up. These are on hinges right here. So go ahead and flip these up. And then these are going to untab, which they did on their own. These were tabbed here and here to these slots there and there. We'll move the camera up a bit. So we'll move this over on the double hinge, and then these are going to clip in. This clip is going to clip into this spine. So basically it's clipping in on itself, and that's just going to be right there for now. Go ahead and move the tail out of the way. You can actually take the tail and turn it around now. And then we're going to address the legs, which we're going to bring out, or back rather. Take the little disc right here. This is going to pop up, and this is tabbed. There's a little peg right there, which is pegged into this port right here. We're going to spin it and peg it into this port up here at the top. Bring it up and just push it back down again. Just like that on both sides. Now this next part gets a little difficult for me because these joints are super, super tight. So there's a double hinge here and here on both of these legs. So basically we're going to bring these out and over and basically sandwich these together, and then they're going to peg in. This tab's going to go into that. I find this to be extremely difficult on mine. It is getting a little easier the more I do it, but I also fear to break it because of how tight it can get sometimes. That was actually really, really easy compared to all the other times I've done it, so I'm glad that worked out the way it did. Okay, now we're going to take this entire hip piece. This is tabbed in really solid into the midsection in here, which you're not seeing. So we're just going to take this guy and pull it straight up like that. There's a tab there, and there's a slot there, one of those little spring tension slots where this was in. So that's going to come out just like that. And that's going to allow us to start working on the rest of the dino. So come to the dino's underbelly. We're going to split it right down the belly and bring it out. These two little panels right here at the neck are spring-loaded, so when you open this up, those guys are going to just pop down just like that. On mine, one of mine keeps separating from the black piece, like you can see right there, and it just will not stay in place. I don't know if I need to put a dab of glue on there or what, but that just kind of keeps popping itself out. So anyway, that's going to come down. Let me straighten that again. And then these panels are going to come over it just like so. At this point, we can take you can see the robot's chest right here. So you can go ahead and turn this, reach in the back here, get his head out, snap that into place, bend it at this joint right here so that it is straight with this rest of this backpack. And we're going to bring the whole thing down and clip it to this piece right here. So just line that up. And again, like you saw, mine are super, super tight and sometimes scary. So just kind of clean up. If you haven't already, this was up. So this panel is going to fold backwards. Actually, before you fold the panel backwards, you're probably going to want to come back here, take the dino arms, and just kind of tuck them in here. Like that, and then bring this panel down. Now that we're back here, we can go ahead and take these. These are going to rotate. So you can rotate them inward like this. Or you can put them pretty much any way you want. Whichever way you find best, that's the way I like, personally. So go around the front. We're almost done with this guy. Just kind of straighten him out a bit. Take the dino arm and extend it and rotate it to form his right arm. We're going to take the tail. The tail's going to do a couple of things. So we're going to take these panels here on the side. And you're going to want to watch, again, we got rubbery pieces here that can get caught on these angles. So you're going to want to watch that. This panel is tabbed into the arm there and there. So we're going to untab this. And watch this when you fold it. Watch, see that? See how my angle, or sorry, the edge on mine is kind of catching there. So you're going to want to watch that and make sure you tuck it in so that you don't warp the little rubbery pieces. And just bring this up. This is a double hinge. So it's going to come up all the way like that. Same thing on the back side. Just untab it, bring it all the way up on both hinges. And of course now this one. This is one of the hinges that usually doesn't give me trouble. And now it is. And then finally, we're going to take the tail here. We're going to turn this around. Take this piece right here. This is tabbed into the bottom of the arm. Bring it all the way around to form his pincer and reveal his left arm. Get him all nice and straightened out. And there is Megatron in robot mode. And he looks absolutely amazing. Here in robot mode, Megatron is approximately 7.5 inches tall at the top of the head, 8 if you want to go up here to the top of his backpack. And I really want to come in close and get some details on the face because it is absolutely gorgeous. Check that out. That is just a perfect translation of what we saw in the show. You can see the Predacon symbol right there on his brow and just kind of going all the way down. Check this guy out. The level of detail. Again, it just looks like he stepped out of the show. He looks absolutely gorgeous. I love this figure. I really wish I could get to my Beast Wars Megatron. I have the original Beast War Megatron and the 10th anniversary. I really wish I could get to those figures right now so I can put them side by side because I love them so much, and I would love to see these guys up, you know, in person here in my hand. I'd like to see them side by side. He looks absolutely fantastic. As far as articulation goes, his head is on a ball joint. He can move up and down and side to side. He wasn't quite clipped in place. There we go. So he can move up and down, side to side. Shoulders can move forward and backwards all the way around. As far as the backpack will let you, you've got it in and out. You got to bend at the bicep. You got to bend at the elbow, and the fist for some reason can flip up. I don't know why that is. And then on this arm again, shoulders forward and backwards, in and out. And then you've got all of the same articulation that you had in the Dino head. You also have it here. It carried over. Rotation at the waist. The legs can move forward, backward that far, in and out. No rotation at the thigh. That's kind of weak. That's unfortunate that it doesn't do that. I found that to be a little bit weak. You got that much bend at the knee. You do have a rotation at the knee, so you can at least point his feet out some. And again, his feet can go in and out, and they have the ankle tilt, same articulation you had in Dino mode. And again, you can still use that port if you want to give him some fire effects. That looks really, really cool when you do stuff like that. Check that out. That looks absolutely amazing. For some comparisons, here he is next to RATTRAP, who's about to be burnt alive. We're all gonna die. That just looks so cool. Let's set him over here, and we'll do a couple more comparisons. Here he is next to CHEETOR, so you can see what these guys look like together. Again, a deluxe versus a leader class, and quite a bit of difference in size there. And one more time, here he is next to Blackarachnia, who is, at least for now, part of his team, but we all know that will change. So very, very cool. One thing that kind of confused me, this is kind of weird. To me, it looks like this pincer weapon part of the arm should be able to come out. It almost looks like there's a tab there, but you can see that the arm is also built outwards on the bottom here and on the back. And it just kind of looks like it should pop out, but it doesn't. This just does not pop out. I haven't found any documentation showing that it can be removed, and I don't want to force it and break it. But by all accounts, that, if you look right there, that looks like it should just pop right out, which would have been nice. I think that would have been a cool feature to be able to remove that pincer, because he did it maybe once or twice on the show, I think, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I watched Beast Wars, but he was able to remove this occasionally, so it would have been cool to have that feature where you could remove that. But other than that, yeah, absolutely perfect, beautiful figure. I keep saying this, and I'm going to continue saying this until I turn blue, as long as they continue to give us these awesome figures. This is a perfect translation of the animation model into a real world toy, and it is also a perfect update to a fantastic figure. This is an absolute must get of a figure. If you're into Beast Wars, if you're a Megatron fan, if you're a Kingdom fan, whatever, this is an absolute, even if you're not a fan, this is a fun, beautiful looking figure. And I think that about covers the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Leader Class Megatron. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I've got a donate button up there if you want to hit on that. I certainly would appreciate it. Please share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.